Today is January 30th, 7:03 a.m., approximately 27 minutes prior to New York stock market opening. An interesting thing that occurred, which essentially happens at the edge of the box. And at the edge of the box, a particular and interesting phenomenon occurs. Fortunately, there isn't too many avalanches that occur in the state of Idaho because the snow is packed decently and things like that, and there's isn't an abrupt edge, and snow usually are packed well, and the things like that. So what I've noticed about what I've discovered, just I have seen this in the past, and I'm now labeling it. I'm labeling it based on the fact that it moves in a particular way, in a very fast manner. And I label it as an avalanche effect. And so what happens is essentially just like this area right here, just like this area, it drops here and then comes back up. But that's the after effect, right? And so what I've noticed is that the the uh, the pair moves with momentum, MAT. That's MAT, M-A-T, momentum aggression trend. And it's actually happening on the flip side as well. Look at that right there. So the small effect that I see here is actually impacting on the other side. So I suppose there's some sort of a phenomenon that I should be aware of right there. But what I'm interested in is this particular area of interest. And if I were to put a little thing on there, I mean, I would see it as oh, it's a triangle. Okay, that's not what I want. So if I were to create this effect, and I would see it as right there, this region right there. So, okay. So when I look at this region right here, it's telling me that, so I take a look at it a little more in depth. So I see this candle here, and I see this candle here. As soon as it, uh, so it seems like it's escaping the Earth gravity. If I was in uh, a starship headed to Mars, so the gravitational forces are smaller as I uh, distance myself from Earth. And what happens is this box represents the Earth, and as it moves and moves away from it, it becomes more apparent and more dramatic on this candle here. Now it pulled back. I accumulated some lots. I accumulated lots, partial lots at this point, and I wrote it down here. I could have taken it all the way down here where this wick was, with the end of the wick right here. But I sold out right there with a decent amount of profit. And then it started to retrace and come back all the way back there. And so this effect, I would call it an avalanche effect. Avalanche effect. And this is a very good way to make a dramatic increase in the P&L by taking advantage of this situation. Looking at and building a structure around the box, and then waiting for that opportunity when it escapes and creates an avalanche effect. I can take advantage of that situation by placing strategic buy points using stop stop limits, and then for this case anyway, and then at a certain point, taking profits. As it touched down on here, this is actually a resistance right here, and you can see how right here, resistance created by this level here, that wick, that pair dropped all the way to there, touched the resistance, and immediately moved away from it. Very cool.